So guys, hello and welcome to the Ricky Fan Zone preview for the Wealdstone match. Last time we faced Wealdstone at the New Lodge, me and Lee had a face like a slat, you know the saying. Lee, what do you expect from this game?
Well, I'm expecting Billericay to turn up and give them a better game than what we had last February when we lost 5-2. I think Wealdstone are a much better side than they were in February, and we're a much better side as well. So I think it'll be a good game. I think both of us are a bit similar in that the first game we played, we both won convincingly against opposition, which we think possibly could be one of the sides that struggle. And then the second game had sort of ended in a bit of a disappointing draw. So I think that both sides are sort of feeling their way and seeing how good they are. And I think the match-up tomorrow will, for me, give us a good indication of how much progress we're making.
Do you think this is an early season 6-pointer? Because, I've looked at Wealdstone through my National League South thing, and one thing that does scare me, like Concord, is that strike force they've got.
Yeah, they've got some good players there. I think the thing that I notice most is that Bradley Bubb is on the bench. So if Bradley Bubb's on the bench, then there's got to be some pretty good people in that side keeping him out of the first 11. And I've obviously had a quick look at them, and certainly David Pratt has a sort of long-standing goal-scoring record. He's got 150 league goals. He's been scoring for years, and he started the season well. Obviously, he's got 3 goals in 2 games. He looks a really good player. When I was looking at him, he can shoot with the left and the right foot, so he's a threat there. But also, what I liked about him was he comes back and he runs with the ball. He goes past players. He's got a very accurate shot, and he can do the nitty-gritty of finishing from close in. So I think David Pratt looks a very good player, but I think partnered up with Joe White, and this is a young 19-year-old that they've got in on loan from Stevenage, who has played for Wealdstone before. He's a very good striker as well. He's shown a lot of movement, and he's obviously scored in the first game. But he sort of played on the leftish side, and David Pratt played on the rightish side, and they sort of moved across from there and caused certainly the Western-super-Mare defence a lot of problems.
Lee, obviously, the last time we lined up against Wealdstone, it was a 5-2 loss. So what is your Billericay predicted lineup for this game?
Well, I think we'll keep the lineup pretty similar to that which we fielded against Concord. I've obviously seen today that Callum Kennedy faces a late fitness test. So in the event that he fails that, I would see Jake Howells dropping back into the left back position, perhaps Ricky Modeste going across to the left, and us bringing in Alfie Potter on the right hand side. Other than that, I think it'll be pretty similar, with the centre backs still being Scott Doe and Dean Inman. And then I think the other question mark is perhaps central midfield, whether we bring Waldron or Walton back in place of one of the other central midfielders, perhaps Jamie O'Hara if he were to drop back. So those are the only real changes I can see. I think there's probably a case to consider again Cunnington instead of Coombs up front, as he did affect the game against Concord, and he gave us a bit more of an aerial option. I think he'll probably stick with Coombs though, and have Cunnington as an option from the bench where he can change the game if he needs to.
Lee, who do you think goes into this game with more confidence? Because Wealdstone will have the attitude of we've come here, we've done it once, we can do it again, with an arguably stronger squad. While we go into this we've got a stronger squad than we had last year. It's now time for revenge.
Well, I don't always like to talk about revenge, because I think that, Wealdstone came here, we didn't turn up, and they deservedly won the game and went off to the semi-finals fine. And I think this year it's a completely different team. Obviously fans would like to put one over on them, but I think looking at the bigger picture, what I want 3 points from the game and a good performance, and I want to feel that we will make progress this year, and and hopefully be in the playoffs or even do better than that. So, that's probably the main objective for me.
So Lee, be honest here. Before all these games played out, the first two were played out. How many points did you target from our first three?
I thought we'd get 4 points.
And we've already got them, so we've done well then. Now, anyway, it's time to get...
I thought we'd get 4 points from the first two, sorry. I think my projection for the result, I guess you'll ask me later, but I think we will win narrowly tomorrow, but I think it will be a tough game.
Right, now we're getting to that little charity bet thing. Now, I'm doing the charity bet. I haven't got Mark to pin to the wall, as he's at a stag do in Benidorm. So, Lee, now be careful with this, because all may not be what it seems. So, my predicted scoreline for tomorrow's match is Btfc 2, Wealdstone 1. Lee, are you going to match me, or are you going to go for a different scoreline?
Well, just to give you a bit of publicity, when I was looking on your website and reading your very excellent review of the game, which I think Paul has written, I saw it was written down that you were predicting 2-1, and at the time I thought, yeah, that sounds fair enough to me. So I'd certainly think that 2-1 I'd be quite happy with that. And as I said about Wealdstone, I think that they are a good side. They've certainly got a lot more about them this year than last year. They're very strong in midfield now, and they've got a couple of striking options, plus Bub presumably on the bench. They've also got back in defence. They've managed to strike lucky by finding a very good player, the centre-back Connor Stevens, who actually was a trialist, who got himself a contract. And most Wealdstone fans are saying in the first two games how happy they are with him. So I think it'll be interesting to see how he deals with our attack.
So just to confirm, you'll match me with 2-1?
Yeah.
Lee. Now, here's a bit of a twist for you. If you would have went different to me, we would have donated £4 to Boss Btfc. However, as you've matched me tonight, if both of us are right, we will only donate 2. All your fault, Lee.
Well, I mean, our predictions haven't been particularly great so far, so they haven't got any cash out of us. So hopefully the luck will change.
Yep, anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and thank you for joining me tonight, Lee.
Okay, bye.
Bye.